Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Environment and Sustainability Committee meeting number 1 of 2024, today being the 1st of February. Check Council's attendance and all committee members are present. I'd like to commence with acknowledgement of country. Ipswich City Council respectfully acknowledges the traditional owners as custodians of the land and waters we share. We pay our respects to the elders past, present and emerging as the keepers of the traditions, customs, cultures and stories of proud people. Committee members, are there any declarations of interest in matters on the agenda today? No? Move to business outstanding, and we have none. Our first item is a presentation by Ripley Valley State Secondary College. Ms. Anastasia Constable, Ignite Excellence Academy and Science teacher, is accompanying 2 junior school captains to present to committee on the following: development of native plant bursary in partnership with Bremer Catchment Association for use at planting events along the river supported by BCA, a whole of school sustainability program driver by students and future vision to support the Youth Sustainability Summit through student leadership and workshops, and working with CleanCo in developing a master plan for the Swanbank Clean Energy Hub. May I call forward the appropriate officer?
Good morning, Chair, Mayor and Councillors. My name is Kimberly Hare and I'm the Environmental Education Officer with the Environment and Sustainability Department, and I am pleased this morning to announce some representatives from Ripley Valley State Secondary College who are going to be doing a presentation for us. We have Anastasia Campbell, as you mentioned, Chair, and we have our 2 junior school captains, Lelia Elms and Campbell Channing Dalton Smith, who will be doing the presentation this morning. So with no further ado.
Hello, Chair, Mayor and Council members. My name is Anastasia Constable. I am an Ignite Excellence teacher and Science and Maths teacher at Ripley Valley State Secondary College. I'm joined by Campbell and Lelia today. They are junior school co-captains at Ripley Valley and also members of the Ignite Academy. Just wanted to briefly introduce what the Ignite Excellence Academy is to you so you understand a bit of where we're coming from and how we became involved in all the various things that you're going to hear about today. The Ignite Excellence Academy is a STEM program for high potential and gifted and talented students. We focus on building 21st century skills such as communication and problem solving, things that our students and future generations are going to need as part of their time in the workforce. We focus on a cross-curricular learning platform rather than just focusing on science or maths. We try and incorporate a wide range of subjects into each topic so that the students have a wide breadth of knowledge as they approach their senior learning. One of our key features of our program is that we engage with real-world learning experiences, which is what we're going to discuss in depth today. And through that, we've built a huge amount of external partnerships with community, education groups and business groups as well. Lelia is going to introduce the CleanCo project that we were working on last year.
Throughout last year, Ripley Valley State Secondary College's Ignite Excellence Academy worked with CleanCo on their vision for the future of the Swanbank CleanCo Energy Hub. The students from Year 7s and 8 worked across 4 groups: Energy and Technology, Community, History and Ecology. We researched and came up with ideas around what the future generations will need in a community space. This will be a space where we build our families and was important for us to have a say in the future. We presented our ideas to partners Mel Rippon and Natasha Shaw and then shared those ideas with the community co-design panel. 4 of our Ignite students were part of that panel and said they felt just as valued as the adults in the room. At the end of the process, many of the ideas that the Ignite students had come up with were included in the master plan in some way. We are proud to see and can't wait to see the plan come together in the future. Thank you.
So as Lelia mentioned, our students sat on a panel that was populated by around 30 members of the Ipswich public from a wide range of jobs, careers, demographics, and the students had a strong understanding that they were valued, they were respected, their voices were heard, and that was reflected in the master plan as well. Next slide. So some images up on the screen of the panel itself and our students presenting. It was an incredibly empowering experience, and many of our students have already experienced significant bonuses towards their academic careers through that. Campbell, who's going to speak later, has already been flagged as a potential for work experience in his interest area of environmental science with CleanCo from his work in this project. So we're very proud of the work that they've done, and we are very excited to see what the future holds as a build on from this. So through this partnership with CleanCo, we've gained a lot of other experiences as well and other connections. We connected with the Ipswich Historical Society and attend the Box Flat Memorial and St Barbara's Day Memorial. We were able to present our work at the Sustainability and Science School Showcase run by the Queensland Chief Scientist's Office, and we also joined the Ipswich Renewable Energy and Climate Forum, where we were able to show Mick DeBrenny and Lance McCallum our work, and they were very impressed and took that information back to CleanCo and shared that onto them. So we got that full cycle that it is being heard and respected within people who need to know about these things. So we're very proud of their work. Some other partnerships that we have built include the Bremer Catchment Association. We are also linked with business partners, universities and things like that, but Bremer Catchment Association is one of our big partners moving forward into 2024. Our, next page please. One of the key things that we are doing is creating a riparian restoration project that we're going to run as a pilot program. We've taken a lot of the knowledge that is sitting with Bremer Catchment Association, and we've put that into the nitty-gritty of a science teaching unit. I'll have Campbell come and introduce it a little more for you.
So working with the Bremer Catchment Association allows us to benefit from sharing knowledge with a group that has already worked in similar projects. They have successfully worked on the riparian restoration projects on a range of sites in Ipswich, including planting happening around Lorikeet Street, reserve, and weed management along Worrell Creek. Having the support of the Bremer Catchment Association is important to Ripley Valley State Secondary College, because we can learn both the easiest way to approach the project as well as things that can go wrong. We also have a very limited time span and money amount, so we want to try and study how they did it so then we can have the right approaches and the right thoughts towards spending money and spending time. Once we have completed our project, we hope to share it with the other local schools and show them how they can help improve their local waterways and build connection with their local environment.
Thank you, Campbell. So one of the most important things when it comes to teachers is an incredible lack of time and resources. So one thing that I have sat down and done is created this unit that brings together all the relevant curriculum elements for years 7, 8 and 9. This will be portable across any school. It's currently labelled as Ripley Valley, but this will be portable across any school in association with the Bremer Catchment Association. We hope to pilot this and have it run successfully. And to make this work, one of the things that we are looking at doing is creating a native plant nursery on site at our school. We will be able to propagate native plants to actually use in those projects. So it allows our students not only the opportunity to get out and do, but also understand the how and the workings behind the one day where you go out and you plant. It takes a long time to get to that point. So that's one of the key things that we want to build into there. Next one, please. So as I said, it will be a proof of concept that we're hoping to engage other schools and other students with to build that future generation resilience. And obviously we do want to improve our local waterways as well. Version 9 is the current level of the curriculum. It's just been implemented this year. It's a priority area, and while a lot of schools are investing a lot of time into changing their core subjects over to those topics, over to version 9, sorry, it's not something that they have a lot of time to focus on for extracurricular or non-accessible items. This, while it does align, it would not be a necessary core focus. It might be an excellent extension program as we're using it in our school, or an excellent co-curricular or extracurricular activity for a very dedicated group of students. Teachers from other schools may not necessarily have the time to invest in that undertaking. So we are also focused on prioritising that in the future generations. So building this is something that helps our school and other schools and Ipswich as a whole in the future. The next one, please. There is an element of the curriculum called cross-curriculum priorities, so things that should be present in all subject areas in one way or another. For us, the ones that apply to us are both sustainability, obviously, and Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander histories and cultures. We've got a very rich and diverse history around Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here in Ipswich, and we want to ensure that that's passed on and communicated to our future generations as well. This is an excellent opportunity to do that. Our planning stages that the students would have to go through in their project management would also work around digital literacy, ethics, intercultural understanding, and both personal and social capabilities. The curriculum covers both science and geography. Thank you. Now, this is a brief overview of what the unit would look like. It's 3 core lessons, but those can be stretched or shrunk as needed. And you'll notice there's a few blank boxes. That's because those are being shaped by the students as we go, what they want to get out of it, what their key priorities are. It can be mixed and matched for grades to match the groups that are interested, and it can be extended as needed for extracurricular time where you only have a very short window each day. So it's a very flexible unit, and it's able to be twisted to suit the needs of any schools that are interested in taking it up. Next, please. Thank you. Our current proposal that we're working on, we've just introduced this to our Year 7 and 8 cohorts of Ignite, is we're looking at monitoring and restoring a stretch of the Bundamba Creek on the Cleanco Swambank land. It is currently sitting with the legal department. I'm sure you're all aware of how much red tape there is to get things happening sometimes, but it's looking very positive for us at the moment. We are looking at running it either as a small group extracurricular activity or a small focused group in class. We will be able to get out to the site by the school's bus, and students, particularly Campbell's one of our leads on this, are very invested in this project and very keen to push it forward. Next, please. So as a whole school, our journey is pushing forward in sustainability. We are looking at building what we have and seeing how much further we can go. We're already at the point where if we put one more solar panel on our school, we will be a distributor rather than just a collector. That's not necessarily an option for us, but we are looking at further water tanks. We're looking at native bees. We're increasing our native plants at our school and prioritising those in our new areas as we expand. We're also about to incorporate a First Nations space outside our Performing Arts Centre that's currently in construction, and also looking at including bush tucker plants where available. We are developing a simple composting system to help sustain our nursery once that's been developed. And of course, our nursery is our big ticket item. We did miss out on a round of funding through a private company earlier this year, but we're hoping to look for other opportunities, possibly through council, to extend that to make it work for us this year. It's also an opportunity for us to link into other groups, both inside and outside the school. We have senior construction students who would love the opportunity to build a part of their school, a functional part of their school that they can see an outcome from down the track. And we also have the community gardens outside our school that we can link in with and distribute plants through them as we have a glut of plants that we can share with our community. That's a brief introduction to what we are doing in our sustainability journey at Ripley Valley State Secondary College, and we'd like to thank you for the opportunity to share this with you. Thank you.
Oh, I turned it off, didn't I? I'd just like to express to yourself, Ms Constable, and your two outstanding junior school leaders. Thank you for coming in to present to committee today, and the content there is very comprehensive and, if I may say, absolutely awe-inspiring. In your presentation, students even just explained it as if it is just common knowledge. I have, in viewing that myself, have taken that as exceptional leaps and bounds ahead of what we have contemporarily viewed in education circles previously. So thank you very much for ensuring our future is a bright one.
Thank you.
If I may, Chair.
Yes,
I'd like to
Mayor
thank
Harding.
you, Ms Constable, and also thank you, Lelia and Campbell. I'd like to thank you for coming in today to present to us your amazing ideas and your accomplishments when it comes to sustainability. These are the types of initiatives that when are driven by students and by our youth, really make the future of our city cleaner and greener. So thank you. We all have a part to play in thinking about what our city might do in the future and how we can reduce our impact to the natural environment going forward. So it's great to see everyone working together and getting involved actively. So thank you very much for your contribution to our city.
Thank you.
Would any other member of committee like to address our presenters? No? Thank you very much once again. Moving on, next item is confirmation of minutes of the Environment Sustainability Committee meeting number 11 of the 28th of November. Do I have a mover? Thank you, Councillor Fechner. Seconder. Thank you, Mayor Harding. Are there any alterations, suggestions? No. Then I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Unanimous and carried. Thank you. First of our officers' reports, item 2 is Ipswich Rivers Improvement Trust Program of Works 2023 to 2024. This is a report concerning the proposed annual works program and plan for the Ipswich Rivers Improvement Trust for 2023 to 2024, as funded by the precept from Council issued under the Rivers Improvement Act 1940. Does any member of the committee wish to ask any questions? No? Then the recommendation is that the report be received and the contents noted. Do I have a mover? Thank you, Councillor Fechner. Seconder. Thank you, Councillor Kunzmann. I'll open the matter for discussion. Councillor Fechner.
As a member of the Ipswich Rivers Improvement Trust, I like that Council brings this paper to us. I mean, it's a precept that's automatically issued to the Trust, but to have this open and transparent relationship with the Trust hopefully inspires that collaboration between both our officers and the very capable Elena, who works on behalf of the Ipswich Rivers Improvement Trust as well, to try and find those efficiencies in the program of works. And it really showcases our commitment as a city to improving our waterways. There's, although there's not that much detail on the individual projects in here, there are some pretty big and fairly ambitious projects that the Trust is looking to undertake, not least of which the bank stabilisation investigations and works on Bendamba Creek, which are very much needed. Post 2022, Councillor Madsen and I went out on a field trip with the Rivers Improvement Trust and we saw significant erosion, and we're talking metres and metres of lost land down. So these are really important works, and without the Ipswich Rivers Improvement Trust, undertaking these works, these are works that council may not be able to actually undertake themselves. So, I always look very optimistically and favourably at the relationship of council and the Ipswich Rivers Improvement Trust, because I think that we can strike a right balance between works that council undertakes and is able to, and what the Rivers Improvement Trust is able to do with their extra powers as well. So, I look forward to continuing that relationship and potentially staying on the trust post-election. Councillor Madsen.
Thank you, Councillor Fechner. Any further discussion?
I'd just add to that some stuff. The statewide, there's quite a number of trusts in Queensland, and they've been seeking a greater level of involvement and support from the relevant state agencies in terms of funding, but also collaboration. So we're very hopeful that moving forward, the All Rivers Improvement Trusts in Queensland will be a very active local collaboration between all three bodies to improve the waterways and stabilise the creek banks and, protect that amenity for the future generations.
Yes. Thank you, Councillor Madsen. Any further discussion?
And just noting that,
Councillor Fechner.
strategic priorities of governments change all the time. I think the existence of the Ipswich River Improvement Trust means that we will always be investing in our waterways, in a big or small way. So I think there is value in that relationship. If council, decides to move away from, its significant investment in this space, it almost acts like a fail-safe in that way as well.
Any further discussion? I'd just like to point out that the table provided in the report, being high level, at least it is clear and transparent for our community to be able to see how that high level breakdown is being the works being done on the ground, or proposed works. And look, council is required to comply with the Rivers Improvement Trust Act 1940 in the payment of the precept. So it's not something that needs to come forward to committee or ordinary meeting to be resolved to do. It just must be done. I believe it is good that we each year include this within our committee discussions. And in doing so, I will note that it states in the report that council works closely with the trust in the development of their annual works program. So thank you, Councillor Fechner and Councillor Madsen, to provide the best value for the community and look to value add rather than duplicate or work individually without cooperative efficiency. So our Environment Sustainability Department do the appropriate approach there. Thank you, CEO, if you can pass that on, that we are not duplicating. It is done in a coordinated fashion. Anything further? No? Then I'll put the motion. Those in favour? It's unanimous and carried. Thank you. Item 3 is overview of disaster management training and exercises. This is a report concerning the overview of the disaster management training and exercise activities for the past 12 months. Does any member of committee wish to ask any questions? No? Then I'll ask for a mover. Thank you, Councillor Kunzman. Do I have a seconder? Thank you, Councillor Fechner. I'll open the matter for discussion. No, there being no discussion, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? It's unanimous and carried. Thank you very much. There are no notices of motion, nor matters arising. It being 12:14 p.m. The next committee is the Ipswich Central Redevelopment Committee. Could I ask for indication from this committee as to what you would like to do with regards to lunch?
So, come back at 1:45?
1:45 or 1 p.m?
12:45, sorry. Yep.
12:45? All right. The Ipswich Central Redevelopment Committee will commence at 12:45 p.m. Thank you, everyone. I declare the meeting closed.